boy Bleeds. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 Party, I'm a real go-getter. Rock a fur coat, but it's not chinchilla. Who's that dude with the master plan? It's Mr. Pinecone with the mic in my hand. I ball on a budget, got a bag full of nuggets. Living life to the fullest before I'm kicking the bucket. No time for the haters, I'm the meat and potatoes. I'm the product of Anunnaki and godly invaders. You wanna go down the rabbit hole? Well, come along with me. Let me phone comb. Let me take you on the trip to the Pleiades or the Seven Seas. We can sail them all. Bring your dungarees and your toothbrush, your knapsack. We'll have a nightcap, then I'll bring you back. Mr. Pinecone's come a long, long way, so everybody get sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
What is up, everybody? My name is Bleaves. This is Breakfast with Bleaves, and we're about to collapse off the end of a fucking bridge. And do you know why that's going to happen? Do you know why the whole world is about to burn? Because the American economy continues to add jobs at a robust 263,000 jobs last month, despite dildo packaging model Jerome Powell saying, I don't want anybody to hire shit. I hope everybody dies. And that means that the stock market is now in a free fall in the pre-market. Now, what Jerome Powell wanted was your pain and suffering. He doesn't give a shit about everything else. Here's what matters. What matters is, can I make those of you who don't have $1 million suffer? Because that's what I want. I want all of you to suffer because you are the people that I can't stand. But the American economy keeps adding you as a worker to these markets, and it's really starting to piss him off. Isn't that crazy? That's the way that they don't want you to think about the world that way. They don't want you to see it that way. But here's the question, and I think it's a fair question. Does this asshole look like somebody who cares about you? Look at those beady little eyes. Look at those beady little eyes. Like, Jesus Christ. It's like this guy looks like a shark that hasn't eaten in a week. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about me. He doesn't care about anything other than his job, and his job is to make you experience pain, to make you experience suffering so that the rich prosper. And if you think I'm kidding about that, think about capitalism. Think about the rich have continued to get richer. The people with the money have continued to get more money. The wealth gap has continued. It's enormous gap, and it only continues, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And guess what? This is the son of a bitch that does the stuff that makes that all possible. And that's the way that they look at it. And you and me and all of us, we're supposed to say, yeah, that seems exactly like the way you're supposed to do it. Yeah, like you got to shit down the hill, right? And all the rich people are at the top of the hill. So all the people at the bottom, that's where the shit goes. That's exactly what they think of us. That's what they think of you. That's what they think the economy is all about. And that's what they think is how you fix the economy, is by taking a dump and stop hiring people. We want you to be unemployed. We want you to hurt. And here's the thing. If you do that, It's because you don't have no money. You don't have no money, and you're going to starve, right? And you're not going to be able to pay for your bills. You're not going to have whatever it is that you need, right? You're not going to have all of these things. And that's good for their business because that will bring down the inflation numbers so that they can continue to buy shit cheaper. Where are they going to buy shit cheap from? China. Or, as somebody once said, China. They're going to buy stuff cheap, and as long as they can get their shit cheap so that they can charge you more, as long as they get that premium, all good. So we're in this crazy conundrum right now that is just out of control. And there's no solution. There's no solution. Now, here's the thing. At the end of this, maybe I'm ranting, and maybe they're looking at it and they're like, well, you know what? Maybe we're just going to have to discount this jobs report because it's Christmas time and people are adding jobs and people are still spending money and stuff like that. Maybe they'll overlook it. But the Fed rate hike, here we go. So much for the Federal Reserve pulling back on those aggressive rate hikes. Investors are a little more nervous following a stronger than expected jobs report Friday. Wage growth remains robust as well. The market has been betting that the Fed would raise rates by just a half a point at its December meeting, thanks to a cooling off in inflation. Traders are still pricing in about a 70% chance of a half-point increase later this month, but that's down from odds of nearly 80% on Thursday. Of course, this is not the only bit of data that the Fed will get to see before the next rate decision on December 14th. Important reads on inflation will be released before the Fed meets again. So we're going to get the inflation number pretty soon, and if it looks good, then maybe this is all a wash, right? But for today, Dow futures down 351 now. By the way, when I started this, it was down 420 because bunch of stoners in the CNN business section or in the Dow. So the S&P is down 51 points, Nasdaq is down 221. And listen, here's the funny thing. The funny thing is people could look at this jobs report, and by the end of this jobs report, they could be like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. But for now, we're going to skip this because I'm going to rant about this shit for the rest of my day. But we're going to get into technical analysis. So let's get it. All right, guys. Noivus. Noivus, Marvin, is exactly what we are right now. The market cap's 852 billion, almost 42 billion in trading volume. But you can see here that it's just a little bit red, down 1.16% in the last hour, down 1% in the last hour. We were over 17,000 in Bitcoin. We were over 1290 in Ethereum because people leading to the run up were thinking, oh yeah, we're probably going to get a good report. And then that's going to be that's going to be awesome. We'll get a good report, and then we're going to make a whole bunch of money. So I didn't mean to laugh at you out loud. Well, actually I did, because I stabled my shit and I did not touch this one because I just had this feeling that this market that we are being told is garbage is not garbage. This market, look, the Friday Cyber Monday, Black Friday, those set records. This market is not what they keep telling you that it is. I looked at gas prices today. Now, I live in a region, by the way, where there's incredibly high gas prices all of the time. Not California level, but gas prices were $3.50 today, and we were kind of happy with $3.50. I know that in some places in the country they're down under $3, but here I live near a BP refinery, and that BP refinery, every time oil prices go down, somebody accidentally drops a wrench into the BP refinery and it goes down for 2 weeks in order to pump the price up. It's been that way for years. It's what they do. It's their scam. It's their game. They got sued by the state of Michigan a few years back, and they paid a settlement and then stopped doing it for a short period of time, and now they're doing it again. So, but it's a game. Now, so we're going to experience some red today, and we'll see what happens. But you can see over here, everything is just kind of in the red for the moment. But here we are. I'm taking my goddamn victory lap I am taking my goddamn victory lap. And then one more time, I am taking my goddamn victory lap over here over Volt, or not Volt, but Luna Classic. Look at this. Look, I told you guys, and listen, I did not get the number down here at 13. Like I did think that we could at least dip just a little bit, but the market corrected and it started to move up a couple days ago, right? When it did that, it changed the dynamic of what was going to happen here. Now, if I had taken this whole thing and I had done it, excuse me, if I had done it based on a bar pattern without that little lift right there, then what would have happened? It would have been exactly what I said. I mean, the dips, the valleys, I would have just pegged this goddamn thing exactly 100%. Now, what does that mean? Well, what we got over here was, I said, we're going to get this test right here at 17, and this might be a spot of resistance, and we'll see if we'll bust through. So we came up, we hit it, we bounced off of it, and then we started busting up into 20, hit very close to 20, and then rejected right there. And I said, that's as far as we're going to go. Well, guess what? It looks like as far as we're going to go. So if you want to know what it's like to be right, just follow me because Luna Classic, I got this thing pegged. I got it pegged. It's pegged. Now, USTC. USTC was in the process, and look at this shit right here. USTC was in the process of getting into this channel and getting ready for that big move. And that big move is still coming. Remember, I got it over here. So, we're going to, there's a distance at the look, it's getting ready to happen, right? When that happens, Luna Classic will start pumping too, but this will virtually double. And when this virtually doubles, I'm going to buy more Luna Classic, improve my position, because that's all you can do right now on the station. So, but you can see the market cap over here is down for the last 2 hours in anticipation of the jobs report. You can see the Bitcoin, who was running, was having a nice little rebound, still not getting into that 17.5 yet. We didn't look. There hasn't been enough enthusiasm, so we didn't get there. Ethereum hovered around this 1300 line, pumped through it once, used it as resistance 2 times, and now since we rejected, we might come back down here, and if we do, god damn it, that's going to be great for me anyway. Because this is a perfect spot for me to buy. And if it comes down here, they'll be even better. You know what I mean? That's why I stayed stable, by the way. So now let's move on to the altcoin universe. And BRL is running again up to 283, up 17.7% on the day. The bull run life never ends. It seems like it just keeps going and going. Now, it was sideways for the last couple of hours, but I got a feeling that we're about to experience a whole bunch of pump coming. Look at the volume of trading. You can see the buys and sells that are coming. Some of them are big sells. I mean, that's kind of a pain in the ass when you're seeing them, but these guys have continued and continued. Remember, this was up at almost 470, down to $1.87. We're up big time, remember, but we're over here at 283. If we come and look at it on Uniswap, still haven't cashed anything out. And by the way, I did have a conversation. If I do any cashing out, I'm going to be doing that OTC. So I'm not going to be, I don't want to wreck these guys' charts. I don't want to wreck the chart, period. So 7.6 ETH right now off of my 2 ETH investment. So hopefully it continues to pump. Hopefully it continues to pump, and that looks a whole lot better. Looks great right now, but hopefully look a little bit better. RBIF Robo Inu is pumping super hard and continues to pump super hard. You can see right here, it's just been on a tear, an absolute tear. It way over where it was here before, and you can look at it right here, and you can see that not near the all-time high, not near the big numbers yet, but it is doing just a fabulous job of recovery. Full disclosure, I think I put $1,000 into this maybe 6 months ago because I did an AMA with V. So I think it's worth $400. Yeah, $420. Haha, it's happening again. Jesus Christ, I need to smoke weed or something. But it's 427, about halfway to where, a little bit under halfway, but almost halfway to where I would be whole again. So I'm glad I didn't sell it. And I told you guys before I was going to sell this for SHIB the other day, but then I saw it start to move, and I was like, you know what? Let's kind of hold on to it and see what happens. But maybe we'll hold on to it for a little bit longer. They seem to be on the move. I have not looked into it, so I have no idea what's going on or why. By the way, Lillian Finance up 39 up to 3908. Not the big number up here. Still the consolidation level, and from what I understand, the only information that they are being given right now is that they won't be updated until it's closer to the time, which means probably December 6th or 7th is maybe the first time they would be notified. I think that they felt like everything was cool, everything was good, and they still do, and they believe that this thing is going to pump. So more power to them. Let's see what happens here. MMAI 2658. WAGMI 3166. Volt had a sell-off, and goddamn, Volt had a gigantic sell-off last night of some dude. And I look the sell-off. This guy sold about 60 ETH worth in very quick succession, right? To try to exit out of Volt. And look at this shit. They bought it all the way back. And 60 ETH, I looked at it and I was like, 60 ETH? What is this guy? Is this like is this guy some kind of farmer in a third world country in some kind of fishing village in Mexico or something? Like 60 ETH is like life-changing shit for him? Like, Jesus Christ, man. How would you not wait until like after the NASDAQ interview, wait for another exchange, get another pump, get up here? You know what I mean? Like, but you know what? Hey, man, at least you're able to buy that log cabin. Just seems like you really would have thought different, I guess. Don't short yourself, but maybe the guy's way up. Maybe it was a good thing. Decanect 2226 down 2% on the day. Hulk at 4077 down 3% on the day. Lit down 18.7%, but Lit has something big getting ready to happen, so that's gonna be kind of cool to see. Lit Swap is coming out, and I can't say anything about what's about to happen with Lit, but I'm super impressed by what they've got going on. They're going to be doing something really, really weird and not innovative in so much as it's a swap, just like every other swap. I'm not saying it's going to be like entirely innovative and brand new, like you've never seen it before or anything like that. But what I'm going to say is what they've got going on with it is going to be super incredible upon the launch. So that's where everything is, and that's where we are. And I just get this feeling that this thing is about to have a good run. And I think Josh Alon, the marketer, said that it is about to go out of its mind. So it's whew. All right, now where's everybody going to go? I am told that Bull Run is going to hit $10 real soon. And by the way, Modi has agreed to buy me a jet. I don't remember what the number was. I don't remember what the number was, but Modi said that he was going to buy me a jet. So, we got to pump this thing real hard. So the Modi has like jet money, because Daddy needs a jet. You know what I mean? Like, hey, jump in your jet and go get groceries. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so that's where everything is. But let's move on now, and let's get to the motherfucking news. All right, we're going to move back and forth on this one. FTX delusional SBF should be sent to jail, says Michael Novogratz, who is the CEO of Galaxy Digital. Said that he listened to that Twitter Spaces yesterday and said he's just crazy. But here's what he added right here. This is the important part to me. I'm not saying he even planned this like a criminal mastermind. What they did was criminal, and they need to be prosecuted for it. They perpetuated a large fraud, and it wasn't just Sam. You don't pull this off with one person. So that's important right there. That's an important thing to remember. It's just, but anyway, Sam Bankman-Fried, Big hair dick. You know what I mean? All right. So now Mike Novogratz, because he was in the news, also gave this. Will Bitcoin reach 500,000 in 5 years? Crypto billionaire Mike Novogratz is an avid believer of Bitcoin and repeatedly ushers the positive side of the king coin. That is not true. It's 988,000 now. It's no longer a million supply. So he now owns 16,402 Bitcoin, totaling nearly 278 million. When Bitcoin was at its all-time high, that portfolio was 1.13 billion. Their portfolio is down nearly 75%. So now he says the enthusiasm for Bitcoin seems to have taken a hit. In a recent interview, he stated that he no longer believes Bitcoin would reach 500,000 in 5 years. He added that the rigid market conditions will stunt Bitcoin's growth and make it harder to rally due to the upcoming recession. We're finally seeing somebody who's saying the things that need to be said in this market. He doesn't give a prediction, but he does say he does not think that by 2028, Bitcoin's going to reach 500,000. And a Kathy, that crazy Kathy lady, Kathy Woods, she believes that it's going to hit 1 million by like 2032 or something like that. So it's good to see one of the maxis starting to back off of his prediction, because these are the kind of numbers that make it a mockery. Listen, if Bitcoin were to hit by 2028 200, that would be stellar. 250,000 would, at the end of this, there's going to be 21 million Bitcoin, somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 million already lost that'll never be recovered. So, but there's 21 million Bitcoin. There's 57 million millionaires in the world. There's not even enough Bitcoin for every millionaire to have one Bitcoin. So once they're all in the wild, once adoption is underway, then guess what? Now it really starts to grow. So that's the way you should be looking at this. And while bad, will not be bad for long. And the crypto regulation is coming, and then when the crypto regulation comes, then one of the things that you're going to see with this crypto regulation is centralized exchanges are going to be more heavily regulated, but not decentralized exchanges. You can't control DeFi, but you can control these CEXs and stuff like that, and that's going to make the rest of the markets feel much better, because they'll feel safer about their investments. And that's why it's good to see people like Sam Bankman-Fried take a big L and get out of the business, because he's not good for it. No matter what good he may have done or benevolence you might have felt from him before, he's not good for crypto. So glad that things are starting to shake themselves out. Hope a bunch of these other assholes go away. Elon Musk, by the way, this is off topic completely, since it's all about the Nazis lately. Elon Musk permanently suspends Kanye West's Twitter account following swastika post. And he does this. This is what he does. Is he posts a picture of the Star of David with a swastika in the middle of it, and he has now been permanently banned from Twitter or something like that. Not only did he suspend the rapper's account, he also went on to say, "I tried my best. Despite that, he again violated our rule against incitement to violence. Account will be suspended." So that doesn't mean forever. So we'll see. So I don't put it on him to pass or anything like that. And then here it is. Will he be reinstated next week when he grants amnesty to everything? That plays out. I'm certainly interested to see from the guy who's all about that freedom, et cetera, and freedom of speech. So, we'll see how that plays out. Beacon-based DeFi protocol Anchor suffers a major exploit. Decentralized web infrastructure provides Anchor has become the latest victim of a hacking attack targeting the DeFi space. These people got away with at least 5 million stablecoin, and he's dying. He's just fucking dying. Yeah. Like, read the room, you know what I mean? Yeah. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, guys.
But I'm still gonna do.
Hey guys, if you're ever in the Chicago area and you need help with Xfinity, Mia-san is the man. Always ask for him. Just be like, I need Mia-san to be here because he's been the agent for Xfinity for me to do repairs and stuff like that for the last 15 years, probably. So if you ever have a problem, you just call up and say, hey, Mia-san's going to fix everything for me. And if you send anybody else, I'm going to send them back. Hold on one second. Oh, and also, he said,
About that bull run life.
see that? What about that bull run life? There you go, man. Bringing other people into the mix. All right, so back to this, but they did their hack and got away with millions of dollars on the Anchor protocol, and then Binance froze all transactions for Anchor and Hey, and that's what we know so far. But it was a private key hack, which Jesus Christ, like, don't let shit like that happen. You know what I mean? But let's move on here. U.S. Secretary Janet Yellen, seen here watching a baby die, says that crypto doesn't have adequate regulation, calls FTX collapse a Lehman Brothers moment. And fair enough. But listen, I don't think that's the case. Like, I don't think that I don't think I don't think that's the Lehman Brothers moment. I think that she just wants people to pay attention to her. I think that these people just want to be, hey, I told you something was bad or something was good. I don't think that they really think this stupid shit that they say through, because Lehman Brothers, the FTX collapse didn't happen in America, bitch. So what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, look, Lehman Brothers took down an industry, right? FTX took down crypto overseas. Now, the price movement does affect the price movement here, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like, you're not entitled to your price because you're not regulated as a security. So, like, she should really just, stop eating babies and shut up. You know what I mean? We all know. Anyway, she is right in that it does need adequate crypto regulation for centralized exchanges, because that's how the money comes in. And you want that bull run life? You want that motherfucking bull run life? Then get some crypto regulation, get some people in here with millions and billions of dollars doing this shit, and you're going to see this whole thing just explode. So, I support it. Let's go for it, lady. Now, moving on. Dogecoin price prediction as Doge blasts up 29% in 1 week. $1 incoming. No. I guess that's the end of that conversation. Look, Doge is not going to hit $1. Doge is not destined to hit $1. At the top of the last market cap, when retail, and remember, retail's never in charge, but when retail was engaged up until April and May of 2021. That last pump that we got, by the way, for all of you that don't understand, that last pump that we got September, October, November, when we were running up, and October, we got some retail money back in. But just I want you guys to think about this. The way that this worked out was, July was the very bottom of that last thing, and that was the end. The bull market was already over. All of a sudden, we got this gigantic pump that started happening, right? And that pump was happening, and prices were going up, but it was not really retail investors that were in charge of anything, right? It just started to move and move and move and move and move. And then the first part of October, then you saw retail money all of a sudden show up all over the place in meme coins and stuff like that. So once you saw that start to happen, that was the only point that we really saw retail in there, other than getting wrecked, because right after that, we get to 69,000, we get to the all-time high. And then since then, it's been a crash. Now, you look at the RSI, you look at the strength indexes, you see everything that you can look at, and you know that the bull run was over in like April and May of 2021. So, don't just disregard that. But that was the strength area right here, May of 2021, and it hit 73 cents. So we need a strength area like that with what it was, a 2.7 trillion, I think, was in the market at that point, or 2.3 trillion was in the market at that point, and that makes Doge go to 73 cents. It's not going to 73 cents right now. So, no chance, no way, no how. But crypto trading firm GSR sees opportunities in Alameda's demise. And look, I'm not going to read this article to you. I'm just going to point out this article saying that this is what we're always talking about. There are always people left to pick up the pieces and sort through the bones and bite through and suck the marrow dry from these companies to make sure that everything keeps going. Look, the strongest will survive. It's capitalism at its finest. The libertarian principles by which a cryptocurrency was founded does lend itself to a capitalist sort of ideal and principle. And look, the rich are going, look, the people that are in charge, and you know what? God damn it, I should have a crypto. Do you know how much Sam Bankman-Fried, think about that amount of money there. I should have my own cryptocurrency centralized exchange. Jesus Christ. Not in America. Whew. But you know what I'm saying? Could you imagine if we all got together and just said, you know what? Let's just do that. Let's just make a centralized exchange, and we're going to call it Believes Exchange. And the next thing you know, we're all millionaires and living that good life. And every Friday we meet in the Bahamas to get sideways. You know what I mean? But anyway, so there's always somebody who's going to pick up the pieces when shit like this goes down. But news information, Swap Zone is giving away Volt to anybody who's interested. Volt Army's attention. Everyone who wants to win $100 or $50 worth of Volt now has 3 extra days to fulfill all 3 points. Swap can be made on any crypto pair. Just follow this link over here. Grab your chance, and there is a contest going on. So go to swapzone_IO on Twitter. Follow the links over there, and if you want to win some free Volt, then you can. Also, Volt is having a buy contest right now where you can buy Volt, and there is a 13% tax on the buys, but you get the 13% back after the competition is over in Volt. So that 13%, you're basically getting 100% of the Volt that you're buying. So good times. 2 days to go until the Terrarium exchange gives a preview. On December 4th, Terrarium is going to launch a preview of their centralized exchange. And I'm going to say, let me guess, the background's black and it's green writing with a little bit of white sprinkled in. They've leaned into green, they've leaned into white, and they've leaned into black at different points. So I'm going to guess, and I don't know if I'm going to be right about it, but I'm going to guess that that's what it's going to look like. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let's see if we're even close on this. That I think wraps up all of that. Yes. And oh, by the way, I redid my South Park background into a high res version so that you can see Bleaves Crypto on YouTube. I got some new shirts, by the way. I got some new hats or something like that. Dark Prime is at 90 ETH. God damn, dude. Ooh. Dude, the wallet's in the description. Hook a brother up. So I got the high res version of this. I started messing around with it to try to increase the stuff. Then I couldn't get it redone. So then I just redid the entire thing in a higher res version. But then that leads me to, I have a new, where is it? Ooh, that's my name, man. Small Bag Bro. Then I came up with a new design that I'm gonna use, and let me see if I can find it here. And I know that I'm not always like a maxi when it comes to Bitcoin all the time, because I like altcoins and shit like that. But where is that design? You know what? Fuck my life. I might have deleted it. Aha. God damn it. I sure as shit might have deleted it. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Okay, I found it. I know it. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. Got another collab offer from somebody that doesn't speak English, right? Oh, God, I love those. Those are my favorite. All right, here we go. All right, so now let's pop this in. And all right, so you're not going to be able to see this perfectly well, but you're going to see it fairly well, if that's fair enough. All right, there you go. That's going to be my new hoodie starting today. It's going to be Believe in Bitcoin, Believes Crypto on YouTube. And then in YouTube, it's going to be Volted Green. And my hoodie's going to be ready today. So, yeah, that's going to be my new design. And I'm making a couple of hoodies for that. Believe in Bitcoin, Believes Crypto on YouTube. So, boom shakalaka, a boom shakalaka. Seems like that would be pretty cool. Like I was just trying to make something that wasn't leaning too heavily into anything other than Bitcoin, because Believes and the B and the breakfast with Believes, and you come up with all these different things that start with B, and naturally Bitcoin does, so makes it easier and probably better for brand recognition too. Let's go check the charts, because people are saying that we're getting a pump here. All right, so Dow Jones is down, but it is reversing very rapidly. We can see it was down 420. Now it's down to 240. The total market cap, we're going to have to look at some lower chart action here. And we see that it did come down to 804, and now it's back up to 811. So looks like money might be entering the market again. Bitcoin is on a little bit of a run, maybe going back up to 17. Ethereum might be on a little bit of a run too. And son of a bitch, all I'm trying to do, look, I'm not being greedy, right? But can a brother just wreck a market for a little while? You know what I mean? Like, can I not just can I not just have one day where it falls to $1,000 again, and then we just do this shit all over again, and then it pumps back up to 2,000 in like a 2-week period or something like that? Is it too much to ask? Jesus Christ. Anyway, so Hex is still getting sent, by the way, if you got in over here when I've been begging you, like, don't miss out and this opportunity and blah, 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 blah. So if you're up, I didn't get in it because, like I was already into Ethereum at the moment, and then it pumped a little bit, and I took my money out of Ethereum because I made a profit, and I was like, so I'm sidelined, hoping for a little bit of a dip. If I don't get a dip, who gives a shit? Because really, I'm just peeling off money, and the percentages don't change. So who cares? As long as you play the right dip, you're gonna be just fine. But it looks like we're gonna consolidate right here. Maybe hit that 20 finally, or test it. But look, my video, by the way, if you have not, and if you don't look, I don't know if you are a fan of Luna Classic or not. I don't know if you're a trader of Luna Classic or not. If you are, my video today is going to be spit hot fire. It's going to be out of control because I use F words a lot. I use goddamn a couple of times. I talk about people with like earrings and bones in their noses and shit like that going, "We mooning, bro," and how everything's just going to be on fire and just going absolutely ape shit crazy. So, it's just none of it's real. Like none of that shit is real. This is what's real. Like, guys, this look, Luna Classic, for everything else, Luna Classic is very predictable and works on a very specific sort of pattern, right? So this is not 100% right. Well, listen, the dollar amount that I called right here, that was wrong. That 13. I did think that it would come down to 13. I did not think that the market was going to pump over here, but the market pumped, but it doesn't change the pattern, right? So we take that out because that's all done. But instead of continuing to consolidate underneath, it continued to move to the upside, and then it started trending sideways because we had favorable market conditions. And then it went exactly where I said it was going to go, 17 and then 2,000. Now, if it goes over 2,000 and it goes up into 21 or 22 and tests another line, I'll say, hey, I was wrong, but it's not. It's going to do exactly what I said it's going to do. Look, the shine of 6.3 billion tokens being burned from Binance is already going to wear off very quickly and very rapidly. If some news comes in, again, and not a black swan event, but if some news comes in that's good, that just pops up out of nowhere, then it'll change. That'll make something different. Same thing here. Look, the market is going to probably rapidly sort of recover here. These people are going to be down just a little bit because they're going to be like, what is Jerome Powell going to do? Oh God, is he going to try to kiss me? You know what I mean? Like, they're going to be like, for just a little while, but then people are going to be like, quit being a pussy. And then all of a sudden you're going to see this market start to rip, right? Because, by the way, profits do seem to be down just a little bit. Costco released their details and it did not look as great as it had before. So there is a little chink in the armor of retail right now. Don't know how far it extends. We're going to see quarterlies, not for a while, but most of them have already reported. So, maybe there's some, we'll see what happens. Let's not make any speculation for it right now. But that is my time now. I got to go. I got to pick somebody up. So this is not financial advice. My name's Bleez. I am always right. You guys are a great audience. But of course, you can't be such a good audience without me being such a great host. Dark Wolf Prime, send me all your ETH. Just kidding. I'm just waiting for Modi to send me the jet. But this is not financial advice. My name's Bleez. I'm always right. And we will talk to you guys again soon. There is no bedtime with Bleez tonight. I might pop in over the weekend, stuff like that. I got some plans. I got some things that I'm going to do on content wise. I had a great idea today. It didn't pan out the way that I wanted it to, but it's something that's going to pan out in very short order, very, 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 very soon. But in the meantime, Load up your BRL. We're way up on it. I think it's going to $5. I think, I think it's going to have a nice little run. Volt is about to get on another big tear. I do think that Lillian's going to come through, and Terrarium, I think will start to slowly make some serious headway. I think we're going to see a bunch of pumps coming very, very soon. And we will talk to you guys again very soon. Be very safe in your trading.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world. I wanna be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go there with me, girl.